Peace to the nation. Pardon me. Peace to the nigga nation. Uh, I didn't necessarily mean to be seen on camera. Wasn't trying to be Mr. Sexy or nothing like that. But I'm sitting here. Uh, Damn. I guess let me turn this shit up. I was listening to music, of course, but what I'm about to talk about really don't call for Ralph Tresvant. Uh, yeah, man. I'm sitting here. Kind of perturbed. Uh Upset. Nah, yeah, I'm upset about it. Tad bit angry, frustrated, discombobulated even. The new I had spoke about it last night about this time. And it was speculation for me at that point. I mean, admittedly, it was speculation for me at that point, but uh from directly from the man's mouth, um apparently, this is the official Charleston White uh Instagram page, part of my cracked up phone. But if you can read that, it says, "Can't ban the cockeye, man. You can't ban the cockeye, man." Uh, my YouTube channel, the Real Charleston White, has what 244,000 people, almost a quarter million folk, has been deleted. Go subscribe to my backup YouTube channel, A Classy Lady of Today. Hey, first of all, it's like YouTube. We utilize YouTube for our entertainment and informational purposes or what have you. And when you have large channels, I mean, like when you have a significant amount of people on a channel, um, at that point it becomes a I guess it's an established service, but really YouTube is not providing the service or the creative work, the intellectual creation, um, the creative property. YouTube is not actually creating that. YouTube is what is called a distribution point. And I imagine being the distribution point, um, you have always have, due to the fact that someone is choosing to be on your site, be on the site. Well, I'm on your site right now. I don't know how well I will do in regards to this video, but I can say what I need to. I can say what I need to say. But man, look, it's like we talking about months. Well, I would say literally months and months of content. I mean, unscripted content. Reality show footage. Um, just keep on saying, just good shit. Evidently, is something. The people had a demand for this, so you wouldn't have a quarter of a million subscribers if there was not a demand for this particular product. I don't know how the process of YouTube works. I don't know when you get a channel deleted or whatever. I don't know whether they give you the access to your channel after the fact. I mean, are you able to go on your channel and uh 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 per se down, even if you don't, even if the public doesn't have access to your channel, are you able to go and download all the years of content you might have put on that channel? And is that process convenient? I mean, my good, I can understand that you got to have a certain amount of terabyte storage, blase, skippy, but is it easy? Can I just take all right, y'all ain't fuck with me. Can I just pick up my shit and go? I imagine, from my understanding, uh, Facebook, you're able to do that. I don't know about Instagram or what have you, but he's lost plenty of Instagram pages. He's lost a couple of YouTube pages, and I said before on this channel, you know, for them to delete these channels, there has nothing is necessarily deleted from the internet. You know, so in my mind, all this content is on a file somewhere. And I mean, I guess it goes for everybody else's content as well. You know, I mean, not to say that uh, this particular treatment is, specified for a Charleston White. Even though, you know, you can, no, it's not hard to say. You know, this person is kind of like a phenomenon in regards to the social media sphere. Uh, you know, think about, like I said, this is a 250,000 channel, and if none of the other channels have been deleted, it wouldn't be hard to think that he would be at 1 million subs. You know, he goes on, and it is not. I'm sure and very much positive it is not missed by YouTube the amount of people that do searches for Charleston White, the amount of platforms that get views and achieve monetization by utilizing Charleston White, either, you know, in the way by interviews or whatever uh, means and method that they utilize Charleston White by YouTube uh, distribution to get, you know, to get money for themselves and to get attention and hits for YouTube. Because really, if nobody came on YouTube, which I mean, here y'all, here I am, just a speck on the fly's nuts, talking to like 10 times Goliath. You know what I mean? I'm like I may be wise like David. I don't want to be conceited, but you know, I don't have any stones to throw at a Goliath like a YouTube, all things considered. But man, it's all all that shit, you know, the crib mac shit, um, the shit what you got it, just all that shit. Big Pino shit, whack 100 shit, um, man, sinful to P, that's all I was thinking about. That's simple. I mean, it was just so many. It was just so much classic shit on there. You know, the talks with Sane, the talks with the old man. You know, the big pretty house, the going on the road shit. I don't. I got to. I mean, he ain't raising that much. Well, I guess he ain't really came on. And the man ain't came. Well, I guess he was on live for the game related podcast. By Mr. Dewberry uh Instagram page. Go follow Mr. Money Blue on Instagram. That's Dewberry. Go follow him. Uh, Damn, I done said about 50 million times. I do apologize, but I'm thinking as I talk. And but even though that's an excuse, because anyone who has taken professional speaking knows that you utilize in terms like I mean, you can watch Judge Judy. Judge is not a word, and that's factual. It's not does not make you sound more thoughtful or intelligent. Sounds make you sound kind of like no, but nevertheless, I mean, it's a habit. Nevertheless, man, my situation, man, YouTube, like I was saying, YouTube has denied my monetization for the third time in 5 months, and they tell me that it is for reuse content. And I mean, if I say, well, they say that, you know, reuse content, even if the person that made the content gives you permission to use the content, it doesn't count. So I say, well, you know, in my process of using the content, it was for the purpose of promotion, and it was. It was. I mean, because hell, I wouldn't make. They wouldn't. My views was real short. I could talk as much positive. I could talk about Charleston all day on this channel, and it's always positive. For some reason, uh, a clown talking shit, or I guess negativity sells. Don't nobody want to hear the good shit. They gonna say, "No, I'm not gonna cry about that part," but um, I did it again. What I want to talk about is in 5 months, right? I and I guess it kind of got him because really what got me my subs was, I think it was when Charleston was going at Bandman Key, and or it might have been nothing, but after that also um Lil King, when he called CPS on you, Lil King, I got them videos, but them videos is off Instagram. So I question when they say reuse content, do they mean that videos on Instagram as well? And if so, why didn't you indicate this? Because I took all the shit. Even if I didn't take it off, I hid it under private. So they tell me, listen now. I first was able to start um the process of monetizing like in April, or no, it might have been May. It was May. I think I was able to fill out the application in May, and then in the first part of June, they told me for some reason. I forget what that reason was, but whatever. The second time, they gave me this reuse content shit. So I'm like wondering what they mean. So I'm going about the process of deleting shit and making shit private. Um, so even while I was doing that, I was still uploading shit because I was like saying, let me get this shit started. So when they do hit my shit, it'll be already, the videos already be going viral. I got a video report, and they reported like hateful group hate, made my shit sound like, I'm one of these motherfucking hillbilly revolutionaries that stormed the Capitol, a violent nigga. I'm just posting satire comedy. But they denied my monetization for the reused content and gave me a 90-day community standard violation penalty. So this 90-day community standard violation penalty just ended like in the middle of September. I applied because I thought I was ready. I applied for that shit, and I was trying not to wait, but the shit came. They said it might take up to 30 days. They sent that shit back in like 3 days, 2 or 3 days, and they denied the shit. So I'm gonna show y'all. Okay, now like I said, I first started trying to do this shit with this monetization shit, and I be thinking the whole goddamn internet be fucking with me, whether it be on Facebook, uh, Instagram, or whatever. Cause nigga had maybe when you get older, just like in real life, your motion slow down. But nigga had motion. But I digress. I started this YouTube monetization shit like in May because I got the first ruling in beginning of June. They told me I could try again a month later. That's part I'm trying to point out. I could try again a month later in July. So I applied again that month later. But meanwhile, I guess like right at no, seemed like at the same motherfucking time. Because like I say, I come on here and I say, "Ooh, I'm about to get monetized," like a dumbass instead of shutting my motherfucking mouth. That's why they say the old, and the old niggas really didn't talk. My grandpappy didn't do a whole lot of talking. The older, you might have one nigga that get chatty, but then a lot of time that nigga drink whatever. But I get on here and get to bragging, because I've been anticipating little shit, whatever. Because I feel as if I believe that I haven't given my best, the best of Mr. Flavor, Mr. Nigga, Mr. Night, Flavor this night. I haven't given the best of myself on these platforms shit. So it's like, well, once I get to the position where they say, "Oh, we can get you, you're certainly going to make money," uh, I get loose with it. But it seemed like motherfuckers is fucking with me. Like I do the right thing, as far as I'm concerned. But all right, let me get back. July I applied again. They said no, and it seemed like simultaneously they gave me that 90-day community violation. So I'm waiting and shit. So I try again. They tell me no. And at first I'm like saying to myself, you know, I got you can do an appeal. I'm going to do an appeal. You got to do a video for an appeal. I'm gonna do that. But the trip part about I thread further down because I'm thinking like saying, well, hell, I'll be able to apply again in a month. You know, I'm gonna make sure I delete every motherfucker thing. Y'all see the date? Y'all see the date when they say I can apply again if I don't do an appeal and they tell me yes or no? I believe they gonna say no. I very much believe that YouTube is gonna say no. But December 24th, they don't want a nigga to have no motherfucking Thanksgiving festivity celebration with a little extra cash. They don't want you to have no white man pagan Christmas. Nothing. But yeah, man, they done shut down the Real Charleston White YouTube channel. The classy lady of the day channel is up, and there's good videos on that. The more you go back, and I think I made the comment on on his page. I said the more you go back in the memories, the more you go back and look at the old videos, you get a better understanding of the Charleston White you see online or the Charleston White you might see in an interview or in public, whatever today. Even on down to the point of how he do folks in the chat, the high user shit. You even understand that shit. But I digress, man. Cause listen, I've been waiting for because the man gave me permission, and that's fuck. And the fucked up part about I said back I'm gonna admit I used to tell on these marks when I go to these channels and I see they got Charleston White content up and helping that nigga copyright strike them motherfuckers. Hey, it is what it is, you know. Teamwork, dream work, loyalty. But I digress on that shit. Because I didn't want, for one thing, and I'm just to be on 100. For one thing, I didn't want to see the nigga exploited because in my mind, you know, just as you follow along through his story, you know, I shouldn't say story, through his journey as he pursues his purpose. You see that a lot of times he run across motherfuckers, the TK Kirklands, the managers, certain individuals, you know, just a myriad of folks, a cavalcade of personalities where they seem like they kind of crossed the nigga, you know, but you never really hear anything and reply from them on how he crossed them. There's always clear evidence on how he's been crossed by these people. So in my mind, it's like, well, saying hell, I can relate to that shit. I don't really fuck with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I really don't fuck with nobody. I go to work, come home, little shit I want to do, I'm able to do it because I got the money to do it, because I got the focus to do it. I'm a single man. I mean, because hell, and I mean, it's still by choice. So it's like, let me stick to the fucking topic. So it's like, well, it's weird to say it. I mean, but no, not necessarily. When it's easier, and it kind of sounds it's easier to give support to somebody that you don't even necessarily know, but you can relate to, than it is to give support to the people that you probably have known for the duration of your life, because you know the history that you had with those people on the duration of the course of your life. Now, I'm sure there's people that have had a history of Mr. Charles and can tell stories about Mr. Charles, but I don't have nothing to do with it. I'm going by the person that I saw, the person behind the character who I saw, and things like this. And I mean, I understand. I understand. We have the sensitive feeling folk, who are the politically correct folk, the gangsters or facsimiles of the gangsters who feel helpless because they don't want to go to jail and they don't want to go to hell. Fucking with Charleston White. I can understand that, you know, that hate you, whatever, but you know, for the most part, and I guess from accounts from people when they come across that person in life, in real life, you're a cool nigga. So when you hear shit like, you know, like the Live Nation tour shit, in the beginning for me, the game, when the first iteration of the game related, not gang related podcast, when that shit with what's your boy uh the gangster, the blood, uh whomever, Uncle Hen and whatever, the first one, Mob James, when that shit went sour, man, that threw me. And then it was a whole, really, I mean, if you're familiar with the man's journey, at least I've only pretty much been most familiar from, I guess, from uh late 2020 to early uh 2021, even though I've now seen older shit, because I say as you go further back into the man history, you get a better understanding of who he is. You see the things that he has done along the course of him operating in this village. So, but I also say this to say, I mean, in regard to go back to the monetization part, and they say the reused content part. I All through the course of the time before I applied for the monetization, we would see people getting big thousands and $1,000 checks, utilize the man's content. So Power on. I was confused when they hit me with the first reused content, and also confused with the second. I'm even more confused with the second one. But no, I kind of had an idea because, like I said, probably got one of I know I have one of the Instagram videos still public. But what I really want to say is that I got some Charleston White shit. $20-$25 for it out here for work. Got that wet noodle dick. These niggas ain't got that motherfucker. Why you tell a bitch you bitch with fucking them flicks? Trump on, nigga. I mean, some of the shit y'all might have seen. Very entertaining person. Very smart person. That's wishing and hoping and praying for somebody to get me. Why you won't get me? Bitch, ass nigga, hoe ass niggas, crab and slob ass niggas, hoe ass, broke ass niggas, non-productive ass niggas. Wasn't no nigga that brave, I mean, because in my mind, from seeing, from starting seeing, wasn't no nigga that brave to come on here and talk this kind of shit to me. I mean, it was just, and it just made fucking sense. Even if you had the mindset to go along with that shit back then, it just made sense when you heard it in a particular way, shape, or form, or fashion. So it's like you say, well, hell, YouTube, you have this person on your platform. This person has a very large channel. You know that and they got this was from, I went to the Nashville. This is when I met the nigga in person. I went to the Nashville show. The first Nashville comedy show he had. So it's like YouTube, you had, or whatever platform it may be, you had this person on your platform, and you know how popular this person is. Because I'm pretty much positive that you would do it for Mr. Charlie, or not, well, Mr. Dwight, that's Mr. Dwight and the Dwight folks, or you would do it for Mr. Lee or Mr. Chan and Mr. Chong, or you do it for Mr. Weinstein. Nah, I can't say Mr. Weinstein because Mr. Weinstein is different. But you get what I'm